This word system, as in seeing systems or systems thinking, is a tricky word because regardless of what you or I may mean when we speak it, it's often heard in a very different way. Like, well, look, we're all part of this big school system. Now, when people say that, what are they referring to? Well, the administration, the bureaucracy, the rules, the regulations. It doesn't really uplift or inspire people. And it doesn't really get them grounded either. So we always say, start with family. In many ways, the family is the archetypal system that as human beings we all grow up in. A family is a web of interconnectedness that actually has consequences. And particularly, oftentimes, not necessarily the consequences that we really want. And there's a lot of love and joy in families, but there's also a lot of suffering. And think of all the problems that we all have to work our way through in our families that really arise because of interactions of people that produce consequences that actually nobody wants. That's probably the simplest way to talk about why all this seeing systems is really important. How do we find ourselves in situations where we have these interacting dynamics, these forces that produce consequences that no one wants, and what can we do about it? So when we talk about understanding systems, we're really kind of orienting us to what are the most difficult, intransigent, and vexing problems that we faced. But there's also another part. If we can start to understand where they come from systemically, we can start to get some insight into how we and others are actually creating these problems. And that opens the door to what we can do about them.